Welcome to OKT N263, which is used for MAE 311L, Laboratory in Support of MAE 311, Principles of Measurement and Instrumentation lecture course. The room is the Torch Technologies Measurement and Instrumentation Laboratory. MAE 311 and 311L are required for both mechanical and aerospace majors. The space dedicated to this laboratory is 461 square feet with a maximum of 12 students and 1 graduate teaching assistant. Students access the laboratory at the single door entrance. Various information is attached to the door, including emergency telephone numbers for campus security, the Office of Environmental Health and Safety, the lab coordinator, and the main office for the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department. If you are facing the door as an exit, immediate to the left is the first aid kit, which contains various health-related items, including Band-Aids. Beside that is a box of disposable gloves, which students are allowed to use to avoid any type of contamination. Above the first aid kit is the Emergency Procedures Handbook, which is provided by the university. This handbook provides general information about campus and laboratory emergency procedures. The MAE Emergency Contact Information folder is located to the right of the main door. It contains information about any safety hazards or chemicals used in the lab. Directly behind the main entrance is a cabinet that contains various items. The first of these items is the antibacterial wipes that are used to clean surfaces prior to and after student use. Also contained at the front of this cabinet is the lab manual, which contains various handouts for all the labs that students will perform during the semester. There is an Eyewash Station directly above the sink. The current components of the Eyewash Station will last until November of 2023. The fire extinguisher is located in the hallway. As you exit the main room, turn left, and then another left, and you will see the fire extinguisher that is located for the lab. And you can see it has been checked and every year. The MAE 311 laboratory outcomes for students are for students to use a microprocessor to collect sensor data, calibrated sensor and estimate system uncertainty, design and conduct experiments and to analyze and interpret data, recognize some measurement conditions which cause erroneous measurements. ABET outcomes met by this laboratory include outcomes 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Yes. The first piece of equipment is the laptops. There are 12 laptops placed around the room that students use for each of the labs. These laptops are preloaded with all the required software that the students will need for the lab. The next item is the Arduino Uno. The Arduino Uno is used in the first 2 labs as well as the mini project, which allows students to learn the basics of programming within the Arduino IDE. These labs also serve as a circuits lab due to students having to set up various basic circuits, including resistors, capacitors, and LEDs. The Uno is also used in various other labs and serves as the data acquisition device for various systems. Also used in the lab is the National Instruments Virtual Bench, which is an all-in-one system containing various devices. The primary devices that are used in the lab are the oscilloscope, the function generator, and the variable power supplies. The virtual bench is used in labs that deal with aliasing, filters and op amps, and load cell calibration. Thermocouples are also used in the labs that deal with uncertainty analysis, time constants, and calibration. Several types and sizes of thermocouples are used to give the students a better understanding of how these devices operate. Other sensors that are used in the labs include a load cell and a dead weight pressure system. These sensors are used in the calibration lab as well as the thermocouples. Finally, the last group of equipment is calibrated sensors that are primarily used by students for their MAE 311 projects. These projects are group projects that require students to design and test a system to record data. One of the primary areas for this project is the calibration of their sensors. These devices are available for any group to use, since students typically do not have personal access to calibrated sensors. In the MAE Laboratories folder in the Google Drive, there is a summary page that describes the features of the space for your reference.